and welcome to the Rambulance channel. Before we get into it, it is important to note while the Rambulance creator Jim isn't into social media and video posting, he credits his nephew and second cousin as the masterminds behind creating this channel, where you can learn a little bit about converting ambulance boxes into campers. This channel is not a substitute for reaching out to your manufacturer or reading your owner's manual. It simply highlights one person's experiences, good, bad, or indifferent. His focus is on heavy-duty functionality over finished work. We'll highlight his experiences of the past few years and hope you find this helpful if you're doing an ambulance conversion, modifying a camper, super single conversions, and other off-grid camping conversions. Subscribe and follow his journey through creating the Rambulance and all that goes into it, including suspension, tire choices, wheel choices, the unique cabover build, which he touts as the single biggest improvement you can make in the functionality, the differences in ambulance types, sealing work, and more. Let's hear it from Jim himself on what the Rambulance is.
So the truck itself is a 2021 Ram 5500 crew cab, four-wheel drive, Laramie. I bought it from a guy in Utah who had started, it was a bare chassis, but he had done the Kelderman 4-link in the back. He had done the AEV fender flare and had started and had largely built the custom front suspension. I just had to kind of finish up parts of it. But that's how it was when I bought it. He had the 335 Continentals on it at the time, super singles. So starting at the front, added the AEV bumper with the full brush guard, which in my opinion is the best looking bumper out there. It's heavy duty. Really like the kind of automotive manufacturing process where they dip it. Everything in the Midwest is going to rust. So I mean, I've only had it on for about a year and a half, so we'll see, but no rust on it. Typically every aftermarket part I put on is pretty rusty within a year, despite their powder coats. I've got X-Bull 14.5 winch. I do have a super winch, 18,000 pound, that was just about a 1/4 inch too long to fit. So I welded a tray for it in the back. So I've got a super winch Talon, 18,000 out back. Super cool Ram emblem on the hood like they used to have back in the 80s. Also, it's a Laramie, so it was covered in chrome. I still have some chrome on the mirrors and door handles, but don't particularly like chrome, so pulled all that stuff off and put the Ram Night Edition headlights and grill and all the trim around the grill on it. It's a steady light bar. Right now, I've got DBL design wheels on it, dually configuration in the back. I've been playing musical tires, trying to find a Michelin that wasn't round, and finally found that one and got it off. But I've got some Stasworks super singles that I really like. We'll have a video on wheels. I just don't have quite the right offset, so I put these DBLs on. Also, when I bought it, it had Hutchinson super singles, so I can show you those. Front suspension, like I said, was a custom build by the guy I bought it from. It's essentially looks very much like the Kelderman air suspension, just a little bit taller. Everything's a bit thicker, so I think the steel components above and below the airbag give me roughly about an extra inch over Kelderman, maybe a little more. And then the airbag is taller than the one Kelderman uses. So I think, it's obviously adjustable, but typical ride height is probably around 4 inches of lift. We've got ADS 2.5 remote reservoir shocks up front. We've got the Kelderman dual steering stabilizer up front as well. Suspension Max adjustable track bar, which you're going to need for this amount of lift. I did a 4500 with just an 1.5 inch level on it, and I did not need to put a new track bar with that build. Got Suspension Max sway bar links up front, about a few inches longer than factory. I did order some really heavy duty links from a company called Dodge Off-Road. They did not arrive. I would definitely Google them, read their Google reviews, look up the Do Not Buy from Dodge Off-Road Facebook page. You can come to your own conclusions there. I did adjustable front control arms from Core 4x4, which are awesome. Tires currently up front, I've got the Michelin XZL 365 80/20s, and then just the last couple weeks I put on the duals out back, so I can run super singles out back if I want. Otherwise, those are 11R20 Michelin XZL, which have the same 43-inch diameter, about 11 inches wide. Fit great. I'll do some measurements when I talk wheels again, but I'm roughly right at 102 wide with this setup, so it is legal out back. Got an auxiliary fuel tank, so it's got the 52-gallon tank in the back, and then has a 50-gallon in place of the you can get a factory, I believe 24 or maybe 22-gallon second tank. This has got a 50-gallon auxiliary tank, so got 102 gallons total. That's a Transfer Flow is the brand of that. And then, like I said, in the back, it's got the Kelderman 4-link. I did do the Kelderman 2-stage on my 4500, so we can talk about the differences when we do a suspension video. I have the Kelderman valved shocks in the back. They're their 2-inch, really stiff valved. It's their service body version, which when I had the ambulance on are fantastic. It did a lot. It did a lot to feel planted when I put those on. And I take the box off. They are valve too stiff, so I plan to just swap out for some softer shocks whenever I don't have the box on. So the ambulance box is removable. It is not for the faint of heart to take that thing on and off. I just need to get a 2-post car lift, and then it'll be pretty slick. But I've got a skirted flatbed that I set on there when I don't have the box on. The box itself is a 2013 Road Rescue Pro Medic 1. It was on a F450 at the junkyard, so they pulled it off for me, along with that other box, which again we can kind of talk about those in another video. But built the cabover. It was one of the first projects, like I said, was really improved the functionality of it. It's been working out great so far. Got 800 watts of solar on the roof, 580 amp hours of lithium. Got 2 inverters. I put a 1,000-watt inverter that runs all the time. That's what my mini fridge is hooked up to. 12-volt lights, all that stuff, water pump, all the little stuff. So runs off that, and then when I need to make a pot of coffee or cook some popcorn or use some larger appliance, then I flip on the 3,000 watt. Last, I've got a water filter system that I built in there. So I just have a 30-gallon tank, hot water heater. I can filter the water going into the tank and then filter it again as it comes out of the tank. I plan to add, just for extra overkill, a UV tube then as a final pass, but hoping to be able to drink. I'm mostly going to be pulling water from mountain streams and stuff like that, so not swamp water hopefully, but it should do a pretty good job of cleaning it up. So yeah, that's about it for now. I'll do more of a walk around, you know, depending on what people are interested in. Like I said, wheels, tires, suspension, do some solar stuff, water filter, cabover build, and just the rest of my interior build we'll go through. Yeah, again, thanks for tuning in, and leave some comments. Let me know what else you want to see and questions you have.